Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations.
Brothers and sisters, namaste to all of you. It is me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Now, tonight we are tapping into that next level, that power, that true potential we all have that are here to unlock. And ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you right now that that power is sitting right under your nose? Well, tonight we're diving in head first to exactly that. How are you feeling? Namaste, Explorers. How are we out there? Namaste at Twitch and YouTube. How are we feeling? It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the world, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. The program with which we explore the universe, both inside and outside of us, to unlock and unleash the power coursing through our veins as we speak to each other right now. Namaste, Pox! Ding dong ditch, bitch, says Pox. So Pox pranking everybody. Pox getting it started with a fun little joke, with a fun little jest, making sure to introduce that humor on top. Namaste. Not getting too far into the program tonight without introducing a little bit of humor to keep things light, keep things, jovial, keep, and who better, you name a better explorer to do that than Pox Holiday. Namaste, Pox. Great to see you. Great to have you. Thank you so much. Happy 4 months. It's amazing. It feels like 4 times that length. But here you are, having transformed your entire life through this program, and we've all been there to see it. Haven't we, folks? Namaste's in chat for Brother Pox Holiday tonight. Namaste. Namaste to you. How are we in chat, though? Back to you guys. How are we? Flying Vita. Namaste. Leslie and everyone. The program fucks, says Flying. Namaste, Vita. Oh, it's great to see you. It's great to see you. If you're looking for somebody that's funny, and entertaining at the same time, namaste to Sister Flying Vita, streamer herself, explorer. Namaste. And what a perfect time. What a perfect time to kick off a nice little Jazz Express for a little while. Blessings to you. Yes, that's right. This is Jazz Express. If only the Jazz Express were a real train we could all get on, right? Head mod, Chuck 100 bits. I am suddenly feeling oddly sensual. Head mod, Chuck. Brother, listen, I know you got very severely rejected at the end of the Power of Silence subathon. It was embarrassing to be a part of. I'll be 100% honest with you. Head mod, Chuck. Those of us that were there during the subathon, do you remember? Head mod, Chuck pumped himself up to call in. Finally called in and then got terminated so severely. It was tough. It was tough to be a part. But namaste, feeling sensual, not letting that sever the connection between your mind and body. Go ahead, touch yourself, head mod. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Did you guys feel that? Because I'm feeling it. To be completely honest with you, I can't show you because it's Twitch TOS, but I am fully engorged right now. My member is fully engorged. And I mean, my penis is hard. I have a fully hard erection right now, and I am swimming in the ecstasy and experience. Namaste, where's technology wife 2-bit? Thanks so much, sweetheart. Wow. Namaste. George in space. Blessings to you, gifting a sub to the Irish Island. Namaste, Irish Island. Blessings, namaste. I saw in chat you shared that you're not feeling good. Namaste. I'd love to hear more about that. Go ahead and give us a call tonight. Right? George in space, thank you so much for also taking care of yourself. Happy 18 months to George in space. Namaste, George in space. Wow. Tonight we're getting into a seemingly deceptively simple theme. How are you feeling, right? How are you feeling? Ladies and gentlemen, those of you that have heard me talk about this power that we are tapping into here at the most powerful personal power program in the country, that power goes by a little name of the power of the next level. Not the power of the next level, but the power of the next level. Now, what defines the power of the next level? Really good question. Really good question. What defines the power of the next level as we deal with it here in Explorations, ladies and gentlemen? In part, is that this power is everywhere, pervasive. In the power of the atom, split creates a nuclear explosion. What if I told you that power lies dormant in every single one of your atoms? And ladies and gentlemen, that's just the start. That is just the start of the potential waiting to be unleashed inside each and every single one of you. Now, if this power is at such a fundamental, foundational level as the level of the atom, then it stands to reason, ladies and gentlemen, that power is at the very core of existence, the very core of being. Everywhere you look, you are looking at a source of the power of the next level. Exciting, yes. But as equally terrifying, also yes. The source of the greatest chaos imaginable, and also the greatest power imaginable. We're getting right down to exactly that. How do you start picking at the peel of the atom in order to create that atomic explosion? You ask the question, how are you feeling? You got to ask it how it's feeling. And I'm going to ask each and every single one of you tonight, knowing the danger that I'm putting all of us in. Knowing that the danger that I'm putting all of us in. This might actually be too powerful of a question, ladies and gentlemen. To ask such a simple question, but within a transformative framework of the most effective personal power program in the country, it might actually be the last stream tonight. To ask such a seemingly mundane, but absolutely, potentially genocidal question. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? I want to listen, I want to hear, and I want to explore, and I want to tap into the power of the next level with each and every single one of you. Namaste. JP McNabb, you're JP McNabb at YouTube saying, I'm scared. JP, you should be. JP, you should be. And kudos to you for admitting it. That's the step in the right direction. Because if all these people in chat were a half a bit honest with themselves, a hair of honesty in their entire bodies, they'd be saying the same exact thing, JP. They'd be saying the same exact goddamn thing. Pardon my language. Namaste. Namaste. All right, guys. So, a quick couple announcements. No mail to open, but the postcards for this month are in the mail. Blessings and namaste to you. My international postcards are always, they take a second. They take a second. They are so far behind this year. I don't exactly know what's going on, but they're on their way. All right, my internationals. I'm talking about all over this world. I'm talking about North America. I'm talking about Europe. I'm talking about Eastern Europe. I'm talking about South America. I'm talking about East Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. That's right. I'm sending a postcard to freaking East Asian countries. Can you imagine that? Wow. Absolutely Poon Alleyway, of course. It came? Okay, wonderful. That's beautiful to hear, sweetheart. Thanks so much, Poon Alleyway. Yeah, that's beautiful to hear. You got another one coming. It's just going to take a little bit. They always take forever. Namaste. Ireland. Namaste to Where's Technology Wife, gifting a sub to XXV. Blessings and namaste to you. Yeah, we got a couple. Do my Irish know each other? By the way, I have a question. Because we got a couple people in chat right now actively in Ireland right. Wow. Namaste. Namaste to 1LT Mudkip. 1LT Mudkip, namaste. Thank you so much for that heed, and everyone thanks you, even though you should have been the only person looking at the screen. That's how it's supposed to work. Other people are leeches, though. You can't trust people. Other people are leeches. They're leeches on your teat, and you got to be careful. You got to put the teat cover on every once in a while, and you got to starve people to death. Some of the people might have needed that milk, but you got to have the attitude. I don't care. That's not how this works. This is for me. Fuck you. Namaste to 1LT Mudkip. Namaste. Do my Irish know each other? Everyone in Ireland knows each other. Namaste, WebDev Tim. That's 100%. Let's see. Guru, do you think we could get a Redum that is an extra long heed? Ooh, good question. Maybe what we could do is that we could set like a scale for the heed, right? that it could be as long as you want. How about that? That's a really good idea that I just had. It's a really terrific idea. A really long heed. Heed scale. Yeah, I think there's something to it. Namaste. Wow. All right. All right, beautiful stuff, guys. So listen, we're just getting started. It might feel like the energy is going through the roof right now. We haven't seen nothing yet. Because like I said at the top of the stream, guys, our theme, our direction, our burden this evening is to unlock more next level power than potentially we have in the entirety. For some of you, this is going to be true. In the entirety of your experience with the program, tonight will be the most transformative night. That I can guarantee some of you in chat. And I'd love to speak to you about that as we get going a little bit here. Namaste. Now, before we do, a couple of quick orders of business. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, send me a little something. I love Goliath. Good to see you. Goliath subbing for 31 months. Wow. What a journey 31 months is. Namaste, Goliath. Cannot thank you enough for a lot, sharing your sojourn with me and the other explorers. Namaste to you, Goliath. Wow. Wow. So I'm pretty sure Leslie stole my wife. Yeah, you listen, XXV, if you call tonight, we're finally gonna pull the band-aid off off that, because you mentioned I don't have a wife. I used to have a wife like 2 or 3 times. And I want to get to skinny. I gotta know what's going on. In order for me to help you, I must know what's going on. Leslie Tanner, P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Namaste. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Namaste. Namaste to you. Send me a little something. I love getting little packages. Orchestra sent some books and gave my roommate a little what's it called, a sneak box, surprise box, whatever that it was. It had a little Asian thing in it, but it was fine. It was a fine thing. I think it's a girl language, maybe a little bit, and I don't get it. I don't understand that, right? Not when it comes to the modern stuff like that. I get the old. Anyway, here I am on a soapbox. Let's go, guys. Here's a couple. Here, if you're looking for the program materials, the podcast, the monthly postcard that I just sent out today for my community of devoted light. If you're looking for the videos, you're looking for the music downloads, you're looking for et cetera, ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking for is my community of devoted light at patreon.com. The community of devoted light at patreon.com, where I host my growing library of exclusive materials by which to transform your life from the ground up. Now, if this call-in show, landmark call-in show, isn't enough for you, ladies and gentlemen, that link is right there. That link is waiting for you. And just for a couple dollars a month, you can support this program and also avail yourself to a world of materials and truly allow yourself to unlock the power of the next level. Blessings to you. Namaste. Beautiful stuff. Great to, I'm going to send some of my old crusty socks. Whatever your heart says. Whatever your heart says. Pot Shotsky. Blessings to you. Let's see. All right. Here, I love my little ice cream cat. Oh, I was an ice cream cat. Namaste. Funny, I'm drinking until there's 2 Leslies on the screen. XXV, blessings and namaste to you. I love that. Namaste to XXV right now. I love that. Abuse it. And have some fun with it. Escape from a life that we know is not looking that fun right now. Not looking that great right now for XXV. Namaste. So guys, let's jump in. I don't want to hully-butt around too much. I want to get right down to business. I want to put this tool in your hands and truly show you the power of the next level through tonight's theme. As I said, it is, how are you feeling? Now, if you are a lurker, been waiting for a chance to call in, thinking, I got to make sure I have something funny to say. I got to make sure I have, interesting stuff to say, blah, 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 blah. No. All you got to do is be able to answer this question. even a little bit, even if you're one of those people that you might ask how, tell me, guys, one's in chat if this sounds familiar to you. Somebody asks you, how are you feeling? And you really, truly, you're not just saying this to avoid conversation, but you really, truly do not know how you're feeling. Somebody asks you how you're feeling. Somebody asks you, are you okay? And you don't know. Let me see some ones in chat. You don't actually know. And let me say it first up top, because I mean this as a therapist, and I want you to know that you're in a therapist's hands, a trained, experienced, legally licensed mental health professional. Now, if that is your answer, I don't know how I'm feeling. Perfect. That's a perfect answer for tonight, and a perfect starting place for a call. So if you're worried that you can't, answer that question as colorfully as someone like Cooker Pie, who can definitely get down to how she's feeling, not good. I'll go ahead and TLDR that answer for you. We know that her, she's got that spine that's growing out of her forehead like a unicorn, but in a really sad way, and she is in a lot of pain. And she also just goes online and gets really angry. So it's somewhere in there, I'd imagine. That's the pocket. But if you can't answer as colorfully as Cooker Pie, let it be known that I desperately want to talk to you. I desperately want to talk to you, and I desperately want to listen. That's the thing. I'm a listener. I'm a really good listener. I want to listen. I need to listen. This entire process, this entire program is nothing without not just me providing the most transformative tools that the world has ever seen. But without you, what are we? What is this? What are we doing? What is this? What are we doing? Luckily, I can listen, and I want to listen to you. Namaste. So the theme being, again, how are you feeling? Guys, let's go ahead and open up the lines in just a second. I got to get to the website. I got to get to the website in order to open up. Namaste. Here we go. Lines open. 872-205-9484. 872-205-9484. Give me a call. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. How are you feeling? Everybody welcome Wilder Surprise. Wilder Surprise. Namaste, Wilder Surprise. Thank you so much for joining us. Cannot thank you enough for that. Blessings to Wilder Surprise tonight. Thank you so much. How'd you find us, Wilder? How'd you find us out there? Oh, my goodness gracious. Great to have you, though. Great to have you. Mother Nipplebottom, great to see you. Great to see you. Real quick, communal vision, getting us started tonight. Nindy New, I would like to express that after hearing your question for explorations tonight, I am relaxed. Beautiful. That's that Nindy New. Getting us started. Would you believe that that's the first communal vision of the night? That's crazy. That's nuts. First communal vision of the night. Namaste, Nindy New. Express that after hearing your question. That's all four tenants also. That's not lost on me. All right, first caller of the evening. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight? Just hung up. Somebody just hung up. Maybe that was enough for them. Maybe just hearing my voice over the phone in real time was enough to give them, the tools by which to transform at least a part of their life. That's what I would like to think. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you? Cooker Pie. Good to hear from you, Cook. How are you? I'm doing pretty well. I'm energized. I'm hydrated. I am motivated. Namaste. Hold on. Apparently they can't hear you. Okay, we got Cougar Pie on the phone. Go ahead, Cook, talk to me. How are you doing tonight?
I'm frustrated by the medical system. How are you?
Frustrated by the medical system. Listen, I mean, I say I'm fine, but honestly, it doesn't take too many scratches on the surface of my heart and mind to get right where you're at. Frustrated with the medical system. I hate how these jackals have failed so many of us. But, you know, you've got a very intimate relationship with us. Can you speak on the source of your frustration tonight, Cougar Pie?
Yeah, yesterday I tried to go to a place where I thought I was going to get some kind of numbing shot in my back, and it turned out to be basically a crack den. And it was so shitty. And they accidentally gave me somebody else's paperwork with their protected info all over it. And it was obviously a pill mill, like as soon as I walked in. So that was just lovely.
How do you, so you were supposed to get a numbing shot, muscle relaxer or something, right?
Yes. And it was a pill mill. It turned out to be a pill mill. They wanted me to piss in a cup right away, and I was like, oh my God. I said, oh no, it's one of these places. When they want you to do it like off the bat, like before any conversation, you know, it's like a place where they give out so much medicine, they're scared you're going to OD in the bathroom. And I said, oh no.
Right. So they need proof. They need proof that you didn't have any active substances in your blood.
Yes. Which I obviously do, but I wasn't there for additional substances, and that was like kind of the issue.
Right. So okay. So, you know, can I be honest? Can I be honest with you, Kook?
Yes, always.
You know, how do you end up in a place like this? You know what I mean? Like,
because you go online and something has good reviews and it looks like it's a nice building, and you get there and it's like a haunted methadone clinic. They also printed me out paperwork to fill out, and it was filled in with somebody else's info. So I got somebody's social security, birthday, all their medical ailments, like everything.
Now, and
the woman was like, oh, how did you get that? And I'm like, thinking, bitch, you just handed it to me. You just printed it out and handed it to me. What the fuck are you talking
look
about?
At me. Yeah. Like, I Spider-Maned over to the goddamn registrar and stole some files, you dumb bitch.
I know. And like, I said, I'm dipping. I said, you gave me this is clearly a pill mill. You gave me somebody else's info. I'm dipping. And I left. And then today I went to a chiropractor, which was like a very high-end, like rich white person place.
Sure.
And
we all know what she means, yeah. Communal vision real quick from Mother Nipplebottom. Kook, maybe you would be a good chemist. Then you can make your own.
I don't need pills, bitch. I go somewhere for pills. If I needed pills, don't you think I'd stay at the crack den?
True.
Don't you think I'd stay there? It's not that hard to get pills in Florida, honey. I was there for something else. And then I went to a chiropractor today, and like half the patients were like under 5. Have you ever seen somebody who was a little child that needed like an adjustment? It's weird. It creeped me out.
Yeah, I don't like it. It makes me think, you know, with the Greeks used to just leave those kind of kids in the desert. And I think there's, you know, maybe cruel, maybe, but is there a logic to it? Undoubtedly.
No, these are healthy kids. They were running around. They were fine. There's nothing wrong with these kids. The doctor's assistant said to me, yeah, my whole family goes here. I just started bringing my 1-year-old.
1-year-old to the chiropractor? Now we're talking.
Yes.
Now we're talking. Doesn't even have bones. Communal vision from Mother Nipplebottom. What is the difference between a pill and a shot? Am I missing something?
You're missing your brain, I'm thinking. If you need to ask that question. I don't know. Yeah, I think you're missing something.
Namaste. Now, talk to me. Cougar Pie, this is what I wanted to ask you, because this is the first thing that popped into my head. How do you have as much money as you have and end up in a crack den? I know you looked it up online. I understand the logic of that. But don't you have, like, like poor degenerates, like drug addict, homeless, hookers, and retards look up stuff on Google. Don't you have like access to like a thing?
I don't. Okay, I'm trying to. Somebody gave me some info that I'm trying to do that, but things are different when you have money and you don't know anybody else who has money.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. That makes yeah. Because that was going to be my next question. Is like, don't you have like a like?
I don't have connections. I don't know people that go to high-end places. I don't know any of that. So I ended up at the crack den, and it was scary. You probably even would have been like, even where you live, you probably would have been like, oh no. Have you ever seen like really old people gambling at a bad casino? It was that vibe. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. There's just a pallor of like you think you understand hopelessness, and then you go occupy a building with people like that, and you're just like, whoa. I just learned. You learn a lot very quickly, and no one has to say a word.
Yeah, there was one guy there who had suffered twink death. Like you could tell, like 20 years ago, and was telling the lady at the front desk that he started soaking his feet in sparkling water. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to get out of here.
Soaking feet? That's actually, that's not that bad of an idea.
Like, Mish, I know they're scams. I know. I don't have a lot of, you know how like when somebody is so desperate and they go to a psychic and to talk to their dead husband or something? My spine is doing that. This is like the chiropractor is like the psychic for my spine. I don't have that many options, babe. Like this, I went to a spinal institute that told me you could try a chiropractor, and I'm going to try it. So hopefully they won't paralyze me.
Does anyone in chat know any other wealthy people in the South even? Let's just open
what do
it
they
up.
do? What do they do?
Do we have any wealthy explorers in the southern United States?
Yeah.
Southeast if to be a little more specific, but do we have that?
Also, do you know any dumb sluts that can come and go on Leslie's Discord, because we like that kind of people?
That's true.
We need more sluts, yeah.
That's true. There hasn't been there hasn't been like an intense slut the intense slut ratio has been pretty low for a minute.
Yeah.
But it comes and goes, seasonal. Okay, so Bob Pub QT, that is hilarious. Bob Pub QT says, I don't associate with the bourgeoisie. Bitch.
Like, then you're stupid. Like, have fun being poor.
I don't associate, as if there's power and agency in her experience being alive. As if she's like making a political statement,
I know.
thinking about taking her own life in a basement on a Discord VR chat or something. Yeah.
If I could randomly end up in the crack den, I'm the bourgeoisie. Yeah, what a good job, Bot Pup. You really did it.
Oh, that really got me. That really tickled me.
My God. People really will say anything manner of things to me and be like, I'm punching up. It's okay. I'm doing it.
Yeah. See, and they're being honest though, because ultimately what they want to do is be cruel, and they get and that's like the game they have to be like, oh, I have to find a way that I'm punching up.
I don't even care if they want to be cruel as long as they're funny. Be funny. I love it when people are mean or funny.
100%.
But they're not able to do it.
100%. It's tough. It's tough for people. Mother Nipplebottom's got a communal vision coming in. Can't wait to get this perspective on the screen. I heard that the massages at Mar-a-Lago are really good.
Oh, so you're a child molesting creep is what you're saying?
Well, we've got another communal vision coming in from Where's Technology Wife? Where's Technology Wife? Leslie, doesn't participating in such a successful program as yours put us in the upper echelons? Doesn't participating in such a successful... That sentence really took me for a trip. Leslie, doesn't participating in such a successful program as yours put us in the upper echelons? Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. If anything, it's more likely that you will be taken down several echelons if you take this seriously. Now, once we get the transformation in place, there's a great deal of power to be awakened. But I'm not joking when I say someone like Kook or Jen or what's that guy that quit the other day? That guy that kind of stormed out after he Gelgoog guy, you know?
Oh, Gelgoog guy.
Fragile, but like conflict, you know, the conflict is very alive on the surface for that young man. So I'm just saying this is power. This is power that we're seeing. Different forms of power.
I believe that my spine has become more crooked since participating in the program, and I support that.
Not an accident.
I'm still committed.
Not an accident. We've all seen the X-rays, the MRIs. We've seen the progress take place here. Well, listen, I think you did a fantastic job filling us in, Kook, about how you're feeling tonight. Frustrated with the medical system. And listen, I'm right there with you, sister. I've seen enough from the medical system that whenever somebody does, you know, quote unquote, does something extreme, I'm like, yeah, that's like, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often.
I agree fully.
You know, I'd love to speak more freely about that, but Lord knows I've got a crosshair on my goddamn forehead as soon as I open my mouth because I tell the truth.
Maybe one day we can do a special show somewhere else.
Let's do it. Are you gonna be around Saturday?
Probably.
All right. Well, let's think about maybe doing it on Discord this Saturday.
Okay. I'll try to be there.
Okay.
Nish, I would never get a neck adjustment. I don't believe in it. Kevin Sorbo had a stroke from a neck adjustment. I told him, don't touch my neck. I won't allow my neck to be touched.
Like ever? By anybody?
Well, I would probably prefer that to not ever be touched by anybody. I don't even really let them massage my neck when I get a massage.
Can Kook give us a rich person tip to enrich our explorer lives, says Nindy New.
No.
All right, let's go out on that. Namaste, Kook.
Bye.
872-205-9484. 872-205-9484. Again, remember, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is about the simplicity. It is about what is waiting in our body, in our minds, in our hearts. Simply give me a call on the phone, on the number you see on the screen, and let's just start peeling the onion. All right, let's see how far it goes. Now Kook's a particular example. Very powerful young woman, very powerful indeed, and it doesn't take it doesn't take a genius to see how that power was so powerfully expressed throughout the call, starting from zero and ending up in the stratosphere of anger, frustration. Namaste. 872-205-9484. 872-205-9484. 872-205-9484. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste. Blessings and namaste. Nindy New. That was for Nindy New. Hopefully everybody else looked away because that was definitely only for Nindy New. That was specifically geared for Nindy New. I did not have any of the others' psychic energy in mind, ready, prepared for the heed for somebody else. That's very dangerous to mess around with. I'm not even kidding. That's not a joke. I'm not messing around. It's dangerous to take someone else's heed. Not only is it greedy, but it's dangerous. Todos ustedes son como loros. No tienen. I never. They're all. I don't know what loros means. Only rumors. How good's your Spanish, Mother Nipplebottom? Guru, the channel is labeled English. You can't speak English. Fram, that doesn't make any sense. 872-205-9484. 872-205-9484. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Chuck.
Hawk, how are we tonight, Hawk?
It's not Hawk, it's Chuck.
Chuck! Is this Head Mod Chuck?
Yes, this is Head Mod Chuck.
Valiantly returning back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner, Head Mod Chuck. Namaste. Can we get some namaste going in chat right now for Head Mod Chuck? Namaste. Chuck, how are you tonight?
I'm good, and I'm feeling slightly horny.
Good and horny. Interesting. Now, is this a communal vision real quick from Pepperoncini? Hi, Cuck. Now, how does that feel to hear?
Really good. Really good. It just feels really good tonight.
Awesome. Are you jacking off right now?
No, I wish.
Okay, you're just making all these little throat sounds. Well, listen, horny though. Talk to me about horny. What's got you all horned up?
The idea of fucking.
Right. It sounds awesome.
It's awesome. It's crazy awesome just to like visualize and kind of channel my senses and like imagine what I would be feeling in the penis and in the hands and just the whole body.
Penis and hands though. Interesting. I love that. You know, a lot of when people think of, especially this is a male thing, and this is, I do a lot of reparative therapy around this topic. Now, a lot of men, they think about their penis in sexuality and sensuality, but they don't think about the secondary and tertiary senses and body parts. Now, you knew immediately, and I love that. Fellas, take a note out of Chuck's book right now, because real quick affirmation from fellas, listen. If you're thinking about having sex, don't just think about your penis. Think about everything else. Your hands, your feet, your little tummy, too. Now, Chuck, what is it about your hands that is so exciting and titillating to you?
It's about what they could be on. They could be on the boobies. They could be on the waist.
Right, so we're talking about having sex with women. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wonderful.
And it's also about that warmth that radiates. You touch their body and it's all warm and it's nice. It's comforting.
Yeah. So have you had sex before, Chuck?
Yes.
Good for you. Can we get some ones in chat right now for Head Mod Chuck for having had sex before? Can we get some damn ones? Please, I would love some ones. I'd love to see some ones right now in chat in support of Head Mod Chuck having had sexual intercourse before. Yes. Wonderful. No. Yeah, lots of ones. You got a lot of fans. A lot of people on your side of the ring when it comes to having sex. Pepperoncini coming in with a communal vision real quick. Can't wait to get this perspective. Did you squirt?
Did I squirt? No, I didn't squirt. No. I came. I didn't squirt.
You don't call it squirt when you come?
No. I like squirt, but I didn't squirt.
Real quick, Cougar Pie, is that supposed to be a you-know-what? Are you being cute, or is that supposed to be a... I'm waiting. Hold on one sec. Kook? You know what? It's Women's Month. I gotta listen. Two fellas talking about sex are upsetting the ladies, and you've been terminated. Explorations with Leslie Tanner, 872-205-9484. How are you feeling? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
It's Amelia.
Amelia, welcome back to the program, hon. How are you?
Thank you. I'm kind of shit, but you know, I've been here. I've been listening, and you know, International Women's Month and all. So
exactly, showing up and showing out for Women's Month. Our Amelia. Amelia, so talk to me. How are you feeling? You know, we can talk about the fact that it's Women's Month and how that might be affecting you. But I want to go get even more fundamental and basic than that. I want to know, just Amelia, how are you feeling?
I feel like I feel pretty fucked up. I've been pretty fucked up the past few weeks, really.
What's going on?
The bad home shit and my ex being a bitch and all this shit just kind of threw me off the rails. Right now I'm trying to get back on and then get back into my regular routine.
And so you're so distressed by these specific things that just you're not even getting down to your schedule's even more fucked up. And you had a crazy schedule to begin with, right?
Yeah. But the thing is for the past few months, I've been taking initiative to and I did block my ex Flying Vita. Don't worry. She found a way around it, but then I blocked her again. I decided to spend my time more deliberately to, make sure I was always doing something. I wasn't scrolling Reddit. I've quit doom scrolling and all this shit. You know, I try to work on things, my personal projects, or just engaging in the art I want to. But that kind of all got fucked up the past few weeks.
So, and these are things that were very important to you, that gave you a sense of maybe a feeling of direction, purpose, momentum at all. And that's all just kind of shit right now.
It's the structure I have in my life, right? Yeah. When a normal person has a job to provide themselves structure, it's sort of in there in their life by default. As a loser, unemployed bitch, I need to figure it out myself. So I gotta try to do something to give myself a little structure so I don't go insane and to keep myself doing some things.
Namaste. Communal Vision, real quick, from Pepperoncini. How close did you get to a job application?
0. Never been close. There was one time when I was young, like 16 or something. I applied for a job. I was gonna be like a person that refills soda machines at some sort of outdoor farm kind of thing, where ones you take kids to and shit. And then I got an email that oh yeah, you're hired. It's a part-time thing, it's the type of thing any teenager could get. But I was too scared to go in, so I never did it. And that's my close interaction with the job. Scared. I mean, there's plenty to be scared of. What in particular give you a fright? It was a responsibility. I didn't want to fuck it up.
Right. Guys, can we get some ones in chat? That's a relatable feeling, right?
For sure.
Relatable feeling that, I don't want to fuck it up, and just getting, certain amounts of responsibility, certain amounts of, people depending on me, it can be overwhelming.
Fucking terrifying.
Right.
And then that was even before I developed all my mental issues that, you and I have talked about plenty here.
Yes, we have.
So I wasn't starting off with a good fundamental base here, And it only got worse.
Right. And listen, just to provide some context, Amelia started getting disability payments, a little bit ago. Maybe about a month ago, was it the beginning of that?
Yeah, a month ago too.
Ish. And so you got some momentum, you had a thing in place, and then and then the hull started getting hit by missiles, right? Now,
Yeah.
now tell me about this. When one missile hits the hull, how, like, that's one thing, right? Let's say your family, right? One missile hitting the hull.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how easy is it after that first one hits and you're still reeling from it, that when the second one hits?
Oh, dude, there were three. There were three big things that happened recently, and it was one after another, and each put me in like an increasingly more vulnerable state, and making the next one hit even harder. And then I'm just kind of laying on the floor, crippled, being like, shit, I gotta look up suicide methods. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Sure. 100%. A terrific relaxation exercise that we talk a lot about here at Exploration.
Yeah. It's surprisingly hard to kill yourself. I don't know if you know that.
Well, just imagine, I have a guided meditation where we walk through it, and it is, listen, the praise that I get, I have sold out the Holiday Inn banquet room. It's on the other side of the town from the Y near me, where I teach all my classes. But I sell out the banquet room at the Holiday Inn, like I would say about twice a year, with a guided meditation specifically geared around just thinking about taking your own lives. And we go through it in as much detail as possible and do exercises, workbooks. We meet. It's tremendous. So I should invite you next time.
You should, and I'll say, there's one positive thing I have to report. I'm going on a trip. I'll be in New York City in May. Bring that there. I'll go.
Ooh, nice. Going to the city. Are you going to stay there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Doing a few days.
Oh, but I mean, like
5 days.
Plant the Amelia flag, And are you going to stay there?
No. I'm not settling. Well, unless I decide to go to the fucking, shelter at the end instead of going home, which is possible.
But
it's intended to be just a trip. There's the Hatsune Miku concert happening. I gotta go.
Ooh, you're going. Amelia's going to see Miku. Very fun.
I'm pretty hyped. This is like the one thing I'm excited about. I haven't been excited for something in a while.
Namaste. So just to provide some context for those of you that are not familiar with Hatsune Miku, Miku is a hologram fictional girl that will show up on. Are they doing the screen or are they back to the hologram?
You know that? Yeah, they're doing. I don't know. They haven't confirmed it yet.
They don't know. They don't actually know whether it's the screen or the hologram.
We don't know. Because last tour, no one knew until the first show. Now, Mish, is that confirmed that it's going to be the screen? Because I have not heard it being confirmed yet. I did go to the last one, the 2024 one, and they had the screen. So I had a good time.
Well, I'm just saying, your life's not going good, Amelia. As anybody with ears to hear understands that your life, which wasn't doing great to begin with, took some big hits. And you've been kind of in this 100%. Kind of tailspin. And so this Miku trip is what I call a weight-bearing, right? A foundational weight-bearing wall in your life. So what I'm imagining is you going to see Miku, it being the screen, and all of a sudden all those ideas that you were looking up about how to KYS are just going to come flooding back because you're looking at a big TV screen instead of the hologram. The way Miku, a lot of Miku fans believe, is the pure, most genuine way to enjoy Miku performance.
I do 100% agree. Again, I'm really surprised you know about this controversy, but I will say, in 2024, I already sort of went through that cycle of grief. It sucks that's going to be the screen and not the hologram, but it's Miku at least. And they're doing like an extra concert with some, like the next day with some English Vocaloid producers, including one of my favorites, one of my favorite artists, period, ever. And so I'm also debatably even more excited for that than the actual Miku concert itself.
Wow, now that sounds fun.
Yeah, we're planning a few things to do we're going to be there like 5 days. I want to go to the zoo. I'm very excited.
And the zoo. Look at you. Look at you. Well, listen, I hope you have fun on the trip. And it makes sense. If you called up and said, describe all that negative shit that's happening in your life, and you said you were doing good, I'd be like, there's no way. We got to get. I'd be working with you. I'd spend the whole call trying to get you to realize how bad you're doing, how upset you are, how depressed and dangerous, in danger you are.
I'm still doing dog shit. I mean, I'm thinking, like, maybe at the end of the trip, I just, there's some bridges in New York City is all I'm saying.
Well, listen, I wish you the best, and I wish you, further, ups and downs, like good be good and bad be bad. But as far as your trajectory is concerned, I'm excited to see where Jesus, takes you as he takes the wheel.
Yeah, I would. I'm pretty excited to see how it goes. Maybe I'll get like thrown into a gorilla pit or something, like Harambe, like that little kid. Maybe Jesus can do that for me. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I could call in if that happens.
That'd be fun. I watched a gorilla kill his own son once.
Really?
Yeah.
You think I could disguise as like a gorilla's son and get him to kill me? Like where people do suicide by cop, I could do like suicide by gorilla.
I mean, maybe, but they might just violate you, and then the zookeepers come. I don't know. I can't guarantee.
It is risky, isn't it?
It is. It's a roll of the dice.
You can. They have these things. They call like animal experiences where you can go like meet the animals. I want to do the penguin one, but there is like a jaguar one. And like you probably could like get them angry at you.
I'll bet you could. I'll bet if you mock them. I'll bet if you like throw like hot dog bun at them.
Do they have like, or do they react to any colors? Like bulls do red.
That's a good question. That's a very you could get like a mirror and start like shining the sun in their face.
Yeah, or try to make it like a sort of face its own interiority and morality until it starts freaking the fuck out.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's just cut it off right there because that's a big one. That's a big one.
Okay.
No. Well, listen, Amelia, tremendous stuff.
One more thing.
Please. Yes.
Quick. Thank you, Mish, for telling me to have a good trip, and I'll probably post photos in the Discord. I'm bringing my plushies. I'll be taking photos of my plushies out there in the Big Apple. Maybe I'll call in during the trip. Maybe. Probably not, because I think I would want to stay very far away from here during my trip. Have an excursion. Let the mind wander. Do anything other than the things I usually do. But maybe we'll see.
We'll see. Well, listen, it might be a fun dot to connect. Leave the possibility open for us, okay?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, namaste to you, Amelia. This has really been a fun call with you, and I appreciate you making the time for us.
Of course. Namaste.
Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I can tell you or call you tonight?
It's Michaela.
It's Michaela. The return of Michaela. And Michaela, it's been a while. How are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I saw I follow you on Instagram, and I saw the theme.
Please be quiet. There's a heat. I can hear you breathing. Please stop. All right, wonderful stuff. Now, Michaela follows me on Instagram, saw the theme, and decided I got to get in here. I got to call up. It's been a while. So, what about this? The theme tonight really struck a chord with you, Michaela.
I mean, it's pretty easy to. How are you feeling is a pretty good,
starting
thing
place.
to answer.
You know what? I Peppercorn Patty has requested a second heed. So listen, I want you to save up all the juice on that question. I want you to sort of squirt it all over us in just a second. But one moment, I got to do a quick repeat of the heed for Peppercorn Patty. Namaste, Peppercorn Patty. Blessings to you. Pepperoncini, are you going to send that tape to Pour or what?
I asked for it, and he didn't say he wanted it, so I don't know. I guess not.
Oh, you got your sort of extra of the Beauty of Nature?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I think Poor said that he got one.
Yeah, I thought Pour has one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Namaste to you. Hopefully, Peppercorn Patty, that got you right. We have a Jazz Express being triggered. Beautiful little jaunt through the world of jazz. Do you like jazz?
It's okay.
It's okay. What's your favorite jazz?
The one that's in like a lot of anime. Jazz too.
Namaste, beautiful. Okay, so listen, do you want to save it for the end of the Jazz Express, or do you want to get into it and weave it into the jazz? I'm going to put that up to you, Michaela. It's so exciting to speak to you once again.
I can.
You make the call.
I mean, I have things I wanted to tell you, and I thought it would be funny for you to hear about them. But if you're busy jazzing, I don't want to.
Listen, it's up to you. There's a heightened sensuality during these periods. Would that heightened sensuality serve your story, serve your communication, or would it detract?
It would probably serve it, I guess. Well, I went on a few dates with a guy, and I was jokingly like, "Hey,
yeah,
you think space is real, right?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "Oh." And that's the second time that's happened to me, where I've been on a date with a guy, and he tells me he didn't think that space or the moon was real.
Okay, so you just straight up asked, "Is space real?"
Well, we were playing a card game, and it was like, "What's the conspiracy theory you believe in?" And I was like, what if Epstein's not really dead? And I was like, I was like jokingly like, "Do you think that the moon exists?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "Oh no, no, not again." All right, so this happened again. Tell us about the first time it happened. Was it a similar sort of like playful conspiracy thing, and then it came up to just the space not existing? I think the last time it happened was a good number of years ago, and he just kind of said it. I think we were looking at this guy, and he's like, "I don't think space is real." And then he asked me for a kiss, and I said no. And then he messaged me the next day, and he was like, I wasn't feeling any romantic connection. And I was like, okay. And
interesting. So, sensually speaking, erotically speaking, these men need you to agree with them about space.
Right.
Interesting. Interesting. Now let's send that back to you though. Now, do you see yourself, Michaela,
Do you see yourself potentially being in a relationship with, with the space thing just being like a cute little thing that you disagree about?
No.
No, that's a hard line for you.
No. Yeah, absolutely not.
Broad Texas shoulders, a heart as big as the sunrise, and you believe that space is real.
I actually blocked cheating.
You blocked? Tell me about, wow. Oh my gosh. There's so much. Guys, we are receiving so many updates so quickly. And thank you so much to everybody who contributed. Namaste to One Ron Chef and Where's Technology Wife, all, each contributing a little bit to that Jazz Express. Namaste. 2 expresses in one stream already. Well, how lucky are we? Now, okay. So tell me why. Why is that important to you? Why is outer space being real so important to you as a belief?
Because it seems dumb to believe otherwise, and it would make me question the person's intelligence.
Intelligence, interesting. Okay, and this is not something that you're willing to politic about. You're not going to negotiate on that one. That's a line in the sand.
I mean, maybe if literally every other thing about this person was phenomenal, I would consider it, but
what if they're like an amateur guitar player, software developer, heart of gold, but then they also just genuinely believe this outer space isn't real?
Why would they be an amateur guitar player if we're trying to max out everything else?
I wasn't necessarily even trying to max. I was just trying to paint a picture of like a thing that probably exists, like a lot.
Yeah.
Pepper and Genie with a quick communal vision. What's worse, thinking space is fake or that good works can get you into heaven?
Oh, probably this. Well. I mean, that one feels like, the second one feels like it would be more immediately consequential to the person's way of life. Because I'm not going to space. But then again, if that person believes, I mean, I guess they would be doing good things. Lots of people think that way, and then they do good things, and that's great. So they're probably a pretty good person.
So okay, interesting. Now this is interesting stuff. Now the space stuff. Now, when you looked, how long did you talk about the space thing? Communal vision from Cougar Pie, please talk louder. Here, I'll just turn you up on my end too.
Oh.
Okay, I've got 2 questions. One, how long did you kind of converse about space after you learned that he didn't believe in it? My follow-up question, how has this repetition made you feel?
Well, for the first thing, I kind of just wanted to make sure that's actually what he said and that he wasn't kidding. And then I kind of quickly moved past it and wanted to end the date because it was really awkward after that. And so the second thing, it's made me feel like I'm in a sitcom. It made me, because I get into really stupid situations like this, but it's not funny, but it's also funny,
Now okay, interesting. So okay. It didn't go on too, so when you looked in their eyes, it's mainly a vibe thing. How could you? Because here's my honest reaction when I heard about it, when you just told me about it, was that this people say stuff like that because it's like a meme, right? To not believe in space,
right?
But when you looked in his eyes, you felt that he truly believed it, or you couldn't tell he was joking.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it later, and he kind of backtracked, but there wasn't really any getting around to the fact that he said that, the first time. Yeah.
So it sounds like he's trying to just take a position, get a rise. Okay. Now, okay, let's go. So your life is not funny, and you feel alone.
No, I mean, it's funny. It's funny in retrospect. It's funny like when I called you and told you I didn't get into nursing school, you know?
And just to be clear, you called and you were literally sobbing.
I was literally crying in public, by the way. I was in an antique store.
In an antique store? What were you looking for? Why were you in there?
Probably Carnival glass. I love Carnival glass.
Now, okay, so let's so funny, you feel that your life is funny and you don't feel alone? You don't feel do you feel like, listen, if I was in your position, I'd feel I wouldn't be feeling very hopeful.
I'm fine. I mean, I'm at peace.
Really,
but
Michaela?
I do wish some. Huh?
Really, Michaela?
Yeah.
Can we get a quick poll going?
What do you mean a quick? This is my subjective experience.
Yeah. I can't. Why is my screen not working? Hold on. I gotta reopen it. Can I get a mod to do it, please? Can I please get a mod to do it? Is Michaela at peace? Yes, no. Make it simple. Keep it bare bones. Do we think Michaela's at peace?
This is not something that you guys get to decide.
Listen,
Look,
it's not deciding. It's like it. Think of it this way, right? It's not deciding like in an objective sense that we submit it to the board of how you are. It's just what we're reading, you know, what we're reading and what we see. Where's the goddamn fucking?
I think I'm expressive of my emotions.
There we go. Is Michaela at peace? Yes, no. Answer in the poll. Namaste. Okay. Now, you're expressive of your emotions. Continue. Make the case for yeah. So you're expressive of your emotions. It's continue.
Yeah, I like if I have a happy or a sad feeling or whatever, I will say it. And everybody else also has all of these emotions. I'm just the one who talks about it all the time. And I would like other people to share their emotions as well, but I understand maybe not everyone's comfortable with that. But just because you have those feelings doesn't mean that you can't also just have a sense of peace at the bottom of it.
So okay. Where are you right now?
What do you mean? I'm at home.
At home, right. And when you look around your home, do you feel peaceful about it?
Yeah, I'm in my room right now. I just put up some shelves. I actually have some Hatsune Miku figurines that I got. And I have a nice candle going.
All right, halfway done with the poll. Yes, no. Is Michaela at peace?
I finally got that PC working, the one that my brother.
What was wrong with it?
Just so many things. I had to buy a new motherboard and everything.
You had to buy a new motherboard? Damn.
Yes.
I'm just waiting on this poll. Listen, as a legally licensed therapist, Michaela, I think it's interesting that right now I think it's interesting that right now you feel that you're at peace.
Yeah. Why?
Because that is not the young woman that I see. Is not a peaceful entity.
I mean, I wouldn't call up and say, "Hey, I'm at peace," because that wouldn't be interesting.
Of course you would. I mean, that's a weird thing to just tell people. I would assume that you're dying very soon, or that you're gonna take your own life if you just started offering that I'm at peace, like out of nowhere. A couple of seconds left.
Yeah, that's true. I'm at peace with what's happening. I mean, I haven't been calling in general. You know?
No, you haven't. Why not?
maybe because I'm at peace.
You're just so fucking peaceful over there. That's why.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe the program worked, Leslie.
Oh my goodness gracious. It does, but okay, no is the answer. Can somebody give me the percentage breakdown? What was it? It was 75% to 25%. Michaela at peace. No. Okay, so listen, I think, you know, when it comes to the program and whether it makes people feel peaceful or not, and a lot of times they say that the program absolutely, you know, quote unquote, destroyed my life. It made me less happy. It made me, you know, more angry, more violent, etc., etc. But what happens here? What I do? This is. I am simply like, take tonight's question for example. How are you feeling? Perfect example. Cougar Pie says, "Is neuroticism peaceful?"
I think neuroticism is just like something I struggle with.
Okay, struggle. There we go. Is struggling peaceful?
Life is struggling, man.
And is that peaceful?
At the end of it, yeah.
Pepperoncini, I mean, if two people who spent their whole life doing good works and then they die, do angels toss them from the gates of heaven down into hell where they will be tortured and punished for all of eternity?
An angel?
If two people who spent their whole life doing good works and then they die, do angels toss them from the gates of heaven down into hell where they will be tortured and punished for all of eternity?
What do they do the good works for?
Like a nonprofit?
Well, that's not what I mean. Like, why?
Greenpeace. They're a couple lesbians at Greenpeace.
Oh. They sound nice.
Depends. So life, struggling is life, life is struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Is that peaceful to you?
I mean, I've grown a lot through the struggle. If everything was easy all the time, I wouldn't do anything. I'd just rot in my bed and die. But you kind of got to fight to get better, you know? What's a story without a struggle?
Michaela, is struggling peaceful?
I mean, I think it, like, leads to betterment.
Right. Okay, I see where you're coming from. But is struggling peaceful?
I think you can have peace in the struggling. Struggling by itself isn't peaceful, no.
And life is struggling, as you said earlier.
Well, life is more than struggling. Life includes struggling.
Okay, so when you said earlier that life is struggle.
Yeah.
What you meant to say. That struggling is part of life.
Yeah.
You know, we're about to come up against 20 minutes. Michaela, I feel like, listen. First of all, I want to say two things. One, I am overjoyed that you gave us a call. All right? I really am. I think that I mean this genuinely. I think you're a powerful explorer in terms of, you know, how I constructed this program. Mm-hmm. and your vulnerability and your and how, you know, this word gets thrown around a lot, and I don't mean it. I mean it in a very specific way, but how genuine you are in your presentation of what's going on in your mind. At certain times, I wouldn't necessarily say that tonight, because tonight we're butting heads. I can feel it.
Oh, we are?
A little bit, not in like a hateful or spiteful way, but I feel like I'm seeing something, and I'm trying to give you something to hold, and you just keep like knocking it out of my hands. And but that's why I said we're coming up against 20 minutes. I want to spend more time with you talking about your journey here. And so I want to ask you my second thing I want to say is a question for you. Could you give us a call back, Michaela?
What, like tonight?
No, I mean, it doesn't have to be tonight. It just in general. I feel as if this conversation is just getting started, but here we are 20 minutes in.
I might. I don't know. We'll see.
Too peaceful?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, man, you keep sending me postcards. I'm not part of your Patreon anymore, though.
Listen, here's the thing. When people sign up for the Patreon, I send them the postcard for them. They signed up for the Patreon, they get the postcard. I take on that burden. When they quit the Patreon and no longer want the postcards, I still send the postcard, but that's for me.
Okay.
When someone has expressed, I don't want any more of these, please stop, that's when it becomes for daddy, for me. I enjoy that part. All right, Michaela, thanks for joining us on Explorations. Call back soon, please.
Yeah, it was good. It was good chatting.
Namaste.
Namaste.
We got time yet. We got time for some more calls before the pee break. Namaste, huh? It was great to hear from old Yapper, huh? Great to hear. Infatuation champion. Not quite explorer of the month. Adi B, namaste to you. Explorer entrepreneur, no message, just a subscription for the 7th month in a row with Adi B. Namaste. Namaste to you. Thank you so much for that. Wow, beautiful stuff, Adi B. Thank you so much. Very generous, very supportive of you. Namaste to you. Go ahead and open the lines back up. 872-205-9484. 872. Namaste, Irish Island. Get some sleep. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's up that I could call you tonight?
You said you wanted to talk to me tonight. This is XXV.
XXV, brother, how are you?
About the same as always. You know, close to terrible, but not dead yet.
Look at that. Brother, I think that's why I had an immediate respect for you. You know, you don't play games. You're not afraid of the truth of the landscape of your life, and that's powerful stuff.
Yeah. You wanted to talk about how I feel, and normally I feel pretty shitty, but recently I've felt even shittier than normal.
Let's talk about it. So at the top of tonight, you said in chat, I'm going to be drinking. What are you drinking?
Well, I'm finishing up the Guinness I had from yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And so there's that, and then I've got some Sam Adams too if I run out of that.
Okay, nice. Okay, so you're kind of letting some steam out a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about it. You said I'm normally doing shitty, but right now especially shitty. Let's chat about it. Tell me what's going on.
Well, it's the same old song and dance like I've been saying, you know. I lost my wife. I got financial problems. My job sucks. You know, that kind of stuff.
I remember that. Now, also, you mentioned you lost your wife. Can you give us any details about that? You mentioned it a couple times, and I'm curious just exactly what that means when you say that.
Oh, she's dead as hell.
Dead as hell. She's dead as hell. Not even a little bit dead. Super dead. Dead. Completely.
Yeah.
Super dead. So, and how recent? How recent was it?
She died in January.
Woof. That's not that long ago.
No, it isn't.
No. That's a fresh one still.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's even scabbed over yet, but you know, every time I have to mention it, it's like somebody's pulling the scab off. So thanks for that.
Absolutely. You know, if I wouldn't be Leslie Tanner with the most effective personal power program in the country if I didn't do exactly that.
Yeah, I mean, like, part of the program is, I think, just tearing all the scabs off and letting it bleed.
It is so refreshing to speak to you right now. This is why I wanted to talk to you, XXV. You know, a lot of people think I got to call up, I got to be funny, I got to be impressive, I got to blah, 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 blah. But just calling up and speaking the way you speak from the place that you just outlined is so much more powerful and so much more beneficial in terms of the program than half of these knuckleheads that call in. You know, and you know, on one end of the spectrum, we've got you. On the other end of the spectrum, we got somebody like Michaela, who, you know, has spent some time away from the program, and it shows. She called up and said she was peaceful. I know for a damn fact that she is not peaceful.
Well, you know, just since you mentioned it, I do believe in space. If anybody's interested.
So, yeah, right on. So is this a response? Because Michaela's looking for a special somebody, looking for a suitor. And you're back on the market.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not waiting a whole year, you know, like they say. I'm jumping right back into the deep end.
That's what's up.
You know what?
This little fish is meant to swim. Jump back in that deep end.
Life's too short. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to fuck.
Look at that. Oh my God, XXV. That's amazing. That's amazing to hear. You know, we were talking about having sex with women a little earlier tonight. Did you see us have that conversation that got terminated?
Oh yeah. I mean, I got a little chubby.
You got aroused. You got excited. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, and any time somebody talks about sex, it's just like, you know, a blood rushes right to my crotch.
Right. Your penis and your balls.
Balls, my taint, sometimes my asshole even puckers.
Wow. Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. I don't care who you are, that's powerful stuff. Now, your wife died.
Yeah.
How long were you guys married?
About 24 years.
24 years. Stone Monster 400 with a quick communal vision saying, all chubbed up with no place to go. Do you identify with that sentiment?
Well, I mean, I've got some socks around here.
Jacking off into socks. I like that. So have you found yourself, you know, just horny lately?
Well, I mean, even though I'm a little bit older, I still consider myself pretty virile.
Yeah. I would also, I can hear it in your voice. You know, some people, you know, I can tell, I'm very good at this as a therapist. You just got to be able to size people up right quick, real fast. And I can tell this guy, I get, not necessarily that you have an erection when you call, but like I can feel how near the spiritual erection is in the air when we're speaking. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I can feel it in my balls right now.
Right. Do you feel it in your balls first?
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like, you know, it creeps up. It goes from the balls to the tip.
Yeah, I get that. And I appreciate you explaining it like this. You know, and ladies, listen up. A lot of women earlier started talking about male sexuality in the penis and the testicles and etc. And some of the women said, no, I don't like that. Now, this is very important for women in general to sit with. All right, Women's Month or not Women's Month, make sure you take copious clips of this virile young man. Fidgety Fools around. Namaste to you, subbing for the 20. We hit 20 months with Fidgety. Wow, it's crazy. That is not Does not feel like 20 months. Namaste to you, Fidgety. Here's to spiritual erections. Fidgety Fools Around says, here's to spiritual erections. Now,
yeah, namaste.
Namaste. So, your wife died, and not that long ago. Was it sudden, or did you see it coming?
It's kind of a hard question because she had health issues, but in the end, I wasn't expecting it to happen so quickly.
Right. It was just it deteriorated very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, she had diabetes and she was a smoker, but when she did go to the hospital, it was like one day the doctor said, "Oh, we're going to do this for her," and then the next day she's on a ventilator, and then the next day, blah, you know.
Wow. 2 or 3 day situation.
Yeah.
Deteriorating very quickly. Namaste. Jessica Bears asks, Leslie, when is ladies' night? When is ladies' night? Well, yeah, that's I see where that question's coming from, and I gotta tell you, I don't know. To answer bluntly, I don't know. I don't feel as if there's one coming tonight or tomorrow night. We'll just say that. For real, when is it? Don't listen. If I'm doing you a favor, there's such a misunderstanding of what this program is all about. This program is not about what it gives you, it's about what it doesn't give you that illuminates what you already have. And in that spirit, if you're in my ear like a mosquito about this damn ladies' night, guess what you're not getting? Ladies' night. Okay, so okay. Back to you, XXV. Why?
Yeah, I mean, I'd just like to say for the record that I appreciate women. You know, I'm into Women's Month and Ladies' Night, but I think it's really shitty that she tried to interrupt me when I'm pouring my heart out.
That's a really you did not feel respected in that moment.
No, that's not the kind of woman I want in my life.
Yeah, I have a wife. I love her, says Pepperoncini. Any response to that?
Well, that's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be. Now, have you considered, when have you considered making, this next outing, whatever you want to call it, situationship as the kids are calling it, girlfriend, friend with benefits, fuck pig, any of these things. Have you considered making her wear your dead wife's clothes?
I think pretty much no, because most of the clothes I already gave to my daughter.
Okay. Same size?
Yeah.
All right, so scratch that. That's no longer on the table. Okay. And so how are you gonna so it's getting horny out there. It's springtime. What's the plan? What's the plan to get out there in the media? We're gonna try to pick up one of these birds.
Well, like I said before, I'm a door-to-door salesman, so I'm hoping that I'll knock on a door and there'll be some single lady who's like half dressed and just decides she wants me to come into the house.
That is very possible, and that sort of thing is more possible than people like to admit. And I want you to I'm glad that was your first response. I'm glad that was your first answer. Keep that alive. Be open to the possibility of that, because that once that vibration is in the air, you got to notice it, you got to acknowledge it.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping, it's like that classic, she's wearing like a terry cloth bathrobe, and she's got a little bit of like cleavage peeking out, but just barely, just teasing you a little bit, and then she kind of is sultry and
sure, yeah,
invites you in.
You should write. Have you ever thought about writing this down? Writing this fantasy down, just kind of spelling it out how you'd like it to go?
It feels kind of gross when you write it down.
That's exactly why you should, though. I know it feels gross, but then it gives you a depth, right? It's like holding the wine in your mouth to explore or a beer or whatever, to explore the flavors. Once you get it on paper, you're like, God, I am disgusting. And rather than being rejecting and denying that you are disgusting, you acknowledge, this is me. And this is what it looks like to unlock the power within the program of explorations.
Yeah, it kind of gives me like Hustler or Penthouse, letter section vibes when I'm talking about it. But that's kind of the era I grew up in. That was like the fantasy. Like the guy delivering the pizza, the plumber, doing whatever.
Exactly. I think so. Speaking of that, Pox Holiday, male explorer, said, "Please write porn for women," with an exclamation point excitedly. Then a woman nearly immediately responding with just 2 words, "Please no." Please no. So the fellas think that you got a future in writing erotic literature.
I mean, that's kind of disappointing because I kind of got a crush on Mish, so I don't want to I don't want to go down the wrong path, in case there's some, maybe, like if she ever decides to move out of her temporary place.
Well, Mish, your response? Well, listen. One second. No, says not Mish. So we could.
Okay, so I can just be as dirty as hell then.
Oh, no.
I don't have to worry about offending her.
All right. Well, listen, write this down. Write it all down. Namaste, and explore this within yourself. I'm telling you, it's if you share it before you look at it, I'm telling you, you're wasting a tremendous opportunity. And I'm not kidding about that. You're wasting a tremendous opportunity to see just how truly, disgusting this period of your life can be. Your wife died 3 months ago. You have a ripe subconscious mind for transformation within the program.
Well, that's why I think I need to do a residency at the compound.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Listen, I'd love to. Once we get that going, once we get the community center, once we get the compound, I'll give you a call. Absolutely.
All right. Well, yeah, you got my number.
Yeah, I do. I do. XXV, thanks for calling. I know I requested you to call, and thank you for answering the sort of the conch shell or whatever, however it's pronounced. Thank you so much for giving us your time tonight.
Sure, no problem.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Wife died 3 months ago. Listen, XXV, I didn't get a chance to mention this during our call. Don't underestimate how poorly these next 6 months can really go for you. It's going to be very powerful, should you let it be. Rima Williams, what is appropriate morning time? 3 weeks, a month.
Namaste. 872-205-9484. Thank you so much, XXV, for the call tonight. Thank you to Michaela. It was refreshing to speak to XXV after the Michaela call. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, this is Kook again.
Cooker Pie, welcome back to the program. Second call tonight. How are you?
I'm okay, but I just want to bring this up because this frustrated me. When we had a ladies' night, nobody fucking called in.
Classic.
Nobody called in.
Kind of a classic.
I called in like 5 times, right?
You did. You carried the night.
Niche called in like 2 or 3 times. Like, how are we gonna have a ladies' night if nobody fucking call? No women call in.
That's a good.
It's already a sausage fest.
It's like the WNBA, right?
Yeah, make your presence heard. We can't have a woman's night if nothing happens. It's boring. Actually, more of you should be calling in tonight.
No,
I don't know why you're not.
There's nobody sells out women like women.
Yeah, I agree. And even none of the honorary women called in. So, like, what's up with that?
True.
You know who I'm talking about. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go. I'm just going to say, though, nobody fucking called in on that woman's night, so I don't want to hear shit.
That really got stuck in your crawl. Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate that.
Bye-bye.
Because that was... Namaste. A lot of feelings. I love this. Listen, I understand. Here, I want to take a second to address something, ladies and gentlemen. I understand that a lot of you feel uncomfortable with male sexuality. There it is. I said it, right? And there's a reason for it. It's because it's gross. All right? It's gross. You think male sexuality sounds gross? Imagine being a sexual male. Yeah, it's disgusting. The penis, hideous. By design. So much of my work with men at the YMCA boils down to how revolted they are by their own penis. So to hear the men come together tonight, when asked, how are you feeling? And to be able to answer, I'm feeling horny. I'm feeling, lustful. I'm looking forward to it. I'm coming off my wife's death 3 months ago. I haven't had a Christmas since my wife's death. I still have some of her clothes. Yet I find myself resiliently sensual. Yeah. That's not comfortable. That's not pretty. But what is it? Is it powerful? Yes. And in that power, you feeling discomfort? What is discomfort? Discomfort, the path of the next level. Namaste. Oh, it's pee-pee time. I got to take a piss. Namaste, everybody, guys. Sit tight. A couple words about my community of Devoted Light at Patreon.com. My community of Devoted Light at Patreon.com, where I host my library of exclusive materials that you can access tonight just for a couple dollars a month. Namaste, everybody. Please enjoy this little break. Please enjoy the details about my community of Devoted Light. And sit tight for the second half of our exploration tonight. Exploring how are you feeling? Deceptively simple, but Lord, what a ride it is. Namaste, everybody. I'll be right back in just a moment.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, listen, I know your time is precious, let me cut to the chase. But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of Explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on Patreon.com, where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials now available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. A dictionary. I know what's in here. Words. and I can't read them. I do not read, I cannot read. Now, a lot of people live their lives reading and extolling the benefits to others about what reading can do in their life. Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, everyone. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Here we are with the most effective personal power program in the world. And that was a couple details about an extra special level of this already extremely effective program. My community of devoted light at patreon.com. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a better bang for your buck when it comes to transforming every facet of your life, you simply will not find a better one than the community of devoted light at patreon.com. Ask anyone in chat that is a member of my community of devoted light if it's worth it. Go ahead, ask them, is it worth a couple dollars a month to get the podcast, to get the postcard, to get all those extra materials? Namaste. Ask Sociopathogen. Sociopathogen, brother, has been a part of that for years. For years. Master Zulu's best bang for your buck. I'll fuck you up with knowledge. Sociopathogen, namaste. Namaste to you. Quick affirmation for fellows. Writing a poem out of the dirt between your toes, such is the journey of life. Wow, that was awesome. That was a really good one. That was terrific. All right, guys, let's open up the line. How are you feeling on Explorations with Leslie Tanner? Let's jump right back in. 872-2059. There we go. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, it's me, Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini, great to hear from you, brother. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing, Guru?
I'm great. I'm great. You know, I put up, how are you feeling? I'm getting really tremendous calls tonight. Cougar Pie, Michaela called in earlier, XXV.
Yeah, wow.
We've got a lot of powerful explorers calling in, and I'm not just saying that.
I agree, and in fact, I'm feeling creative.
Creative, interesting. Okay. So
Yeah.
Pepperoncini is one to feel creative now and again. Funny young man. He likes to joke. Sometimes he likes to joke at inappropriate times, as we've explored before. But when you say you're creative, I'm all on board. I love hearing that.
Yeah, so XXV's call really inspired me.
Sure. Okay. I'm sure it did.
Which,
Many.
by the way, if anyone knows, that's 25 in Roman numerals.
Right. Okay.
Just a little fact about that, if you didn't know. But he said he had a crush on Mish, and that just was such a little news or a little spark to my mind.
Right.
And
Sparked
something
you up.
I would love. Yeah, something I'd like to express.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love when they call. Genuinely, I mean this, guys. The chat. Listen, Cougar Pie did it a little bit ago. I love it when these calls start connecting dots
One
between
criticism
themselves.
I have of the Enlightened,
Real quick quote, one moment.
either religious or secular, is that their hysterics about the end in whatever direction aren't nearly hysterical enough. Their flailing becomes yet another defense against an internal calamity, the scale of which they can't even whisper aloud to themselves.
Beautiful quote from me. Namaste, technology wife. Thank you so much. Now go ahead. I love this. So you want to respond? You were sparked up inspirationally by XXV's crush on Mish. Go ahead.
That's right. So I just imagine, based on how long he said he'd been married to his wife, I'm assuming this is a man in his 50s, maybe even 60s. And I get a vibe that he lives maybe somewhere in Kentucky or Tennessee or something like that. And he has a crush on Mish, and then Mish, life circumstance brings her to move to the same town in Tennessee that XXV lives in.
Okay, yeah. XXV, I don't know if you're watching, but somebody's jamming on your call a little bit. But go ahead, yeah.
Yeah. And he's driving his old jalopy or whatever it is. He's driving around and he sees Mish walking down the street, and he thinks he's like, huh? But sure enough, it's Mish, and so he's driving a little bit, following her, but not too close so it doesn't freak her out or anything. She doesn't notice, just to see what's going on, and sees that she walks into the local diner, and she's there to put in an application with that diner to get a job there. And so he gets out. Crazy thing, he knows the guy who owns the diner, so he's like, "Hey Mish, it's me, XXV. My real name is Paul, and I know that, and I'm sure I could get you a shoe-in for that diner position." And Mish is like, "Wow, oh my gosh, XXV from Leslie's stream, so many years ago." And he's like the one and only, the very same. And so he says, "Listen, you're new in town. I'd love to, take you out to dinner, just kind of tell you about the town, answer any questions you have, if that sounds good to you."
We have been raided by Ellie Benelli and her gaggle of goofballs. Namaste, Ellie. Thank you so much for the raid. You're catching us right in the middle of a sort of impromptu sort of fan fiction, so to speak. From Pepperoncini, inspired by brother XXV, you mentioning that he had a crush on Not Mish earlier in the show. So just to jump back in, we got some momentum going. Welcome on in, Raiders. Thank you you make yourselves comfortable. Go ahead, Pepperoncini. I just want to bring them up to speed as to what we're getting into. Pick right back up where you left off.
Thank you. And hey, Ellie Benelli. Ellie Benelli is one of my favorites. Be sure to check out and follow Ellie Benelli. Wonderful, wonderful streamer and person, human being. But so she says, "Okay, sure, I'll go to dinner with you." And so they go to dinner, and this guy, Mish doesn't know, but he's tipped the Italian restaurant. They're the only table that night, and the lights are a little dark, and there's a candle out there. And she's like, "Oh, wow, okay." And he's like, "That's not the right number. You did the number wrong. It's 1,000."
Yeah, you just got pranked, Peppercorn. I know what you were trying to do, and I will honor the bits, because that is a support for this beautiful bounding community and personal power program. But yeah, you just got punked, Ashton Kutcher style, but it's kook. So if you could go back in time and imagine, instead of like a 6'4", handsome, goofy, affable young man in the mid 2000s, fast forward, 20, 25 years, and you've got kind of a shriveled, incapacitated, middle-aged woman with like a really crooked spine and just like pain in her eyes, and you got punked by that one. So it's maybe it's not like punked. Maybe that's not a good example, I guess, is what I'm. Maybe Ashton Kutcher isn't, the closest association for Cougar Pie. Hunched over, yeah, something to think about. 872-205-9484. I just did the terminate for you. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you?
Hey, y'all, it's me, Michaela.
Michaela, welcome back to the program. 2 Michaela calls in a night.
I know. To me, it's like 2 sunsets on a single day in Texas. Y'all.
Wow. Yeehaw indeed, hon. Well, listen, I wanted you to call back in. I didn't know it was going to be in the same stream, so I feel so lucky. Thank you for joining us tonight, sweetheart.
Well, I thought I just didn't even, because I was so busy with the Jazz Express and sensuality, talking about my recent date with a man who did not believe in space, which is just absolutely a hoot and a half. But anyway, I wanted to talk more about my my stand-up career and what I've been doing in the stand-up field and what's been going on with me professionally. And I don't think we really got the opportunity for me to talk to you about my professional life and as it is right now and what I'm doing with my professional life.
Interesting. Yeah. So we got a little sort of a romantic update, and we got, an unfortunate explanation of how at peace you think you are, which was kind of upsetting for me as a mental health professional. But let's go ahead, turn the page, take us into the professional life. I know we've been touring with Matt Rife, working on material, living on the road, living that rock and roll lifestyle. Tell us about how it's going.
Well, as you know, I have been opening for Matt Rife, and it has just been such a hoot. He is so much fun to open with and for, and he just looks cuter every day. He just is constantly doing funny jokes up on stage and in the back as well. He's always cracking me up with his humorisms and such. And so that's been going well for me. I've been making currently I'm making around $450,000 a year.
Wow.
But I'm not, I don't quite feel like I have enough stored for me to move out of my parents' house yet. So I'm still living with them until I just have something a little more stable, a little bit more money to really make sure that I can head out on my own. Well, you at least, maybe 6 years from now.
I would say, I was going to say 5-6 years from now, maybe have $3-4 million. And that's exactly the kind of nest that you need under you to be able to leap, finally take that chance.
That's right. People who I can't imagine leaving the house that your parents, your bedroom that you grew up in, that you had your first, periods in and such, and ever leaving that space without just a real foundational rock nest egg.
I think honestly that sounds like it could be material. I'm not a comedian, but that I just like
The place where you had your first period. That made me laugh.
I'm gonna write it down, Melissa. I'm gonna write it down right now. You bet. I'm gonna make that part of the stand-up set. You bet. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you're making $450,000 a year on the road, really successful, but not quite as successful as you'd like to be. So what's the plan? Tell me. In terms of stand-up, I know there's that puppet guy. He makes so much money, and Kevin Hart. But what's the plan for you? How are you going to take your sensibility, your material, your style, and really get the big bucks? Leave the middle class.
Well, I think for me now, I've been talking to my manager about this, and this isn't traditional, but I think I am positioning myself to be doing mega churches.
Now that's an idea. Speak more on that.
Mega church. Think about how many Protestants are in the United States, okay?
Millions.
Think about it right now. Millions of them, right? And they go to church, and they go to big old churches that are actually, bigger than some of these venues that Matt Rife is booking us in. And, he doesn't feel comfortable doing it, but one day I will spread my wings, and I think my goal is get in those mega churches, be an exclusive stand-up comedian for them, and then really start to rake in the big bucks.
So I love that. And so, I could see your material working, because you've got that you've got the rough around the edges sensibility on your stand-up that we've all seen. Maybe we can hear a little bit later, but we've all seen the rough around the edges, but everything always, and this is what I imagine, so many of your fans like about you already. It always comes back to one thing: your relationship to Christ.
Leslie, you are smarter than two big pigs scheming to find out how they can get an egg from the hen.
Oh my gosh, that's such a vivid image. I absolutely am in love with that image.
You see those pigs? They're kind of rubbing their hooves together and scheming with their long snouts.
Yeah,
their long crooked snouts, and they're scheming up ways to steal from the precious white hen's eggs, to steal their precious white egg babies.
Right. What color are the pigs?
Oh, they're pink, but who knows?
Sometimes they're different colors. That's the thing.
They're different colors.
Yeah.
That I'm not going to get into that.
Well, sometimes even the normal pink ones are sort of other colors in disguise, like in their mind they're a different color, and you got to watch out for those ones.
They blend in with the normal white pigs.
Right. Like a Trojan horse with trying to get the white. Yeah, I 100%. I feel like that's a material too. You could, if you start talking like that at church, everyone's gonna pick right up. Anonymous gifter gifting 5 community subs. Anonymous, whoever you are out there, I cannot thank you enough for the very generous support tonight of 5 community
Bless your
subs.
heart, Anonymous. Well, God bless
50
you.
bits also. Wow,
now,
beautiful.
Just know, those sorts of good deeds, like giving Leslie subs, you will not get into heaven on those alone.
Listen, you are so fluent in this Protestantism, and you've got a business plan. I love to hear how you're doing in this area of your life, Michaela. And so I guess, before we go anywhere, Michaela, I would love, I don't know if you've got a little bit of material that you feel, maybe something new that you're working on. We'd love it if you could workshop on us. Wouldn't we, chat? Wouldn't we absolutely love to have some material workshopped on us? Namaste, Christopher Miller and C. Zaldring. Namaste from YouTube. Blessings and namaste to you both. Now, wouldn't we love to get some? Yeah, we would. Ellie Manella saying, I would love it. Michaela, do you got anything in the tank? Could you share a little bit with us?
Oh, I couldn't unless chat really begged me a bit more.
Chat, come on, gang. Wouldn't we all love to hear some, yep, I sure do like cats,
material straight from the horse's mouth on a Texas sunset. Wouldn't you love to hear that? Okay, I've got Nish saying I'm cold. Aristotle saying no. Logan the Brogan, I'm good. Tony G says fuck no. It all costs money says meh. Shy Laskies, do we have to get on our knees? Fram, I'm stoked.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess if they're begging so much, if someone like such a funny soul as it all costs money is begging about it, then I must do it, I suppose.
XXV, fine. Let's. I think this is the final thing that you probably need to hear. XXV, if you confess with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved.
XXV, you are gonna love this stand-up set.
All right, let's go. Do you want me to do the intro?
Please, would you do an intro for me, please?
Yeah.
Maybe at a mega church, maybe we could try so I could kind of visualize and put into the reality of it.
Right. So, okay. Let's, okay, here we go. Brothers and sisters in the blood and body of our Christ Lord, it is a gift to be with you on this Sunday morning. I look out at our congregation and I quake. I quake for what the devil feels is coming his way. I quake at the future of light that we build and bring to the masses, the unwashed, unlearned, uneducated, and uninitiated masses who have yet to bathe in the blood such as we have. Can I get an amen? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know we're ready for some music. I know we're ready to pass that hat around, but I have a special little surprise for you. A dear friend who was on, and you have been terminated, Michaela. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you?
It's Amelia.
Amelia, welcome back to the program, sweetheart. How you doing?
I feel like we need some woman horniness to balance out the
Let's
male
do it.
horniness
Let's
we've
do
been
it.
having today.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where to start. I hope you could help me with this. I have been a little horny lately, the past month or so. It's been increasing. I've been also wondering, like, if I die, should I try to, like, have sex with someone random before I do it? You know?
Interesting stuff. Interesting questions. Now let's go ahead and I want to take a step back and just and ask a question, more kind of a fundamental question. Are you one of those people who gets, like, when their life gets out of control, it hits a certain threshold, you just become like kind of like a fuck it level of horny? Does your body react that way?
I used to be much hornier. I used to ERP with an insane amount of people, with all my friends that I used to have, all this shit. Not so much anymore. I'm not nearly as horny. It's still there, because the thing is, you know, I'm also very emotional. I got the BPD. It's hard, you know, to get attached to people and all that.
Right.
But it still crops up in my head, like, man, you know, I really could use it.
Namaste. So it sounds like but you got a little inkling. You got some tinder burning, and you're looking to stoke this kindling fire. Am I hearing you right?
Yeah, I mean, because the dream is I'm horny and I have, like, a partner, and I can be incredibly horny with them, with all my kinks and all that. But if, you know, that seems to not be going too well. So I'm getting to the point where it's like, shit, maybe we just fuck it, you know? Just find some random, like, fucking dom on Reddit to meet in the city.
Listen, you know, I used this phrase earlier, and chat for the most part recoiled at my use of it. And I think they recoiled because it's so apt and so powerful. But I think the term you're looking for is a fuck pig.
I heard you mention that earlier. Now, is the fuck pig a general horny term, or is this for a penetrator or the penetratee? Because to me it sounds almost like I would be more the fuck pig in this situation.
Well, I mean, it kind of depends. Okay, and this is my province, this is my domain, but I'm more interested in the sort of less of physical expression and more of a holistic spiritual expression of the penis, of the vagina, and that's what I'm going. I size up what I'm looking at, and I think in your situation that's a good question. However, I do believe that you can have a fuck pig. I think you meet the spiritual requirements of such. You can have one.
Interesting. Because I will say I am definitely the bottom in any situation of this kind. Submissive. So yeah. No, but you ever hear? I know you have a damn power bottom, right? Ladies and gentlemen, chat. Do you know what that means? I don't think I'm that. I don't think I'm a power bottom.
Okay, you're not that. Okay.
No. I can be a little bit of a pillow princess, I think.
Little starfish, huh?
Sometimes. I think it varies. I think when I'm, with most of my horniness and the sexual encounters I've had IRL, that has kind of been it. But there have been, but when I'm motivated, then I'm definitely more active. Because I think the dream is, the horny dream is to just, be completely, fucking owned by someone, right?
Well, that's the thing. We all have this dynamic, right? We have this violence in us, this outward, the penis, the assertion, the get out there, the embodiment. But then we have the desire for annihilation, right? At the same time.
Because I'd be curious to know what you believe as sex is. I think that it's something you should probably do with your fists for the most part. I think being annihilated is absolutely part of it. Want to be punched, kicked, cut, all variety of things. I think it's an integral part.
Well, I think honestly, I used to work with a guy whose big turn on, and this was fully sex. And I made him show me hit the wet spot in his underwear after this was over to make sure I knew that he came. But he had this big thing about just getting left at Comiskey Park on the south side of Chicago.
At the specific park.
Yes, he got left there, and then he would wait for a ride that his partner in the situation told him, "Yeah, I'm on my way down. I'll be down there about 8:45 to scoop you up after the 7th inning." And he just wait out there with his jacket and backpack. And then I told him, come straight to the office and show me your cum. And he did.
So it sounds like some sort of abandonment play.
Exactly, yeah. So it can take all I bring that up. It can take all shapes. We can cut, we can use grenades, we can use 100%. Our fists, like you said. It's this annihilation, right? And in that moment, I feel as if he expressed himself through the annihilation. The annihilation made him come. He did not exist enough to that person for that moment, wherever in his life, to register. He felt abandoned. He felt like he was floating through space at that moment, and he made a mess in his pants because of that.
I think it could be even better when you don't come too. I think I'm not so much as edging. I'm not much as an edging fan.
I'm not. But, I'm just not a fan of that term. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not even a fan of that term. Continue.
That's very fair. But I think being kept locked in the horny primal state is very enjoyable, and it doesn't have to involve edging. It just has to involve not getting the release, just not quite getting there. And there's just so much you can do without even touching there. That's pretty much sex. It's very sexual. I think the ideal sex is you leave the building, right? The next time you go into public, somebody should call the police to get a wellness check for you because of how you look. I think that's when you know you did it right.
Right. To trigger like a genuine concern from strangers.
Yes. Like they should be looking at me and being like, is she getting hurt? Is she getting like abused? Is she getting like beat up? What's going on?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 100. I think honestly, you know, for as like weird and bad as your life is, this is an area where you are, you know, a very strong explorer. This is where we're seeing the rubber hit the road. We're seeing the power embodied, you know, that you can explore sexual, you know, encounters and interaction and know yourself enough to know that, you know, sex isn't just about getting fucked or fucking or you know, penetration is the welcome mat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, penetration is the welcome mat. Penetration is the warm towelette that they give you at the sushi restaurant.
And it's a very like heteronormative thing to think that sex is, you know, you miss an area, you put up your legs, you get the dick inside you, you fuck until you come. Sex is almost a state of being. You can be my dream, you know, to be constantly having sex by being like locked up in a basement and being like brutally like beaten and almost tortured by a partner, by someone who's really hot or a cute girl or whatever. And that's sort of like the peak of life. That's really what I think the primal instincts are to attain, at least mine.
I love that. Listen, I think in the paradigm, I think one thing that stood out to me about what you shared is the paradigm, right, of straight sex. Is it normal? Yes. Is it the end all be all? No. Once you're in you know, outer space of, you know, all the different kinds of gay that you can be these days, and you see how what kind of sex is possible when you've been left behind by society, right? To just explore your
Leslie,
body.
can I ask you something?
Yes, please.
Have you ever sexted with a straight man?
Sexted with a straight man?
I know it could be contradictory here, but just, you know, God knows whatever identities or whatever. Just go with me. Have you ever sexted with a straight man?
I mean, I'm of the mind that if they're voluntarily participating, everybody I've ever sexted with or had sex with, you know, ended up enjoying it. So I wouldn't necessarily. I'm not one of these people that's like, well, let me think about that.
Okay.
Right now we're getting into the.
My point here is that straight men suck at sex. They're terrible at it.
Right.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. I've never been with a straight man in IRL. I've sexted with straight men on many occasions, and it's incredibly fucking boring. It's insufferable. Who the fuck can get off to that except them? Apparently, it's awful.
I mean, I'm of the mind that, you know, first of all, yeah, it's very possible that the straight men that you fucked have been terrible at it. That's very possible. There's a lot of people are terrified of their own bodies and the chaos therein. So I'll go with you there. But also, there's you know, I've watched videotapes of some of my clients having sex, and I watch it and I'm like, this is so boring. I'll bet you they're having a bad time. Then I listen to them talk about getting fucked by the guy, and because it was just like a fat guy pounding down for like 14 minutes, and I was like, that's probably boring. And they loved the feeling of just kind of being of it being boring, right? Of a fat, boring guy just drilling down. That was part of it for them.
Two things. One, straight women can be pretty boring, and two, this loops back to a thing I said before, where you can certainly have like a thing for straight men, but this is a similar thing to bestiality, where they are sort of monsters, they are ugly, they are stupid, they are bad at it, and you feel degraded by engaging in it, which is what gives you the sexual gratification. It's not because they're good at it, it's because you enjoy the degradation. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but then we're in truly tomato territory, because like
I do think there's something to that, but it's very limiting compared to the breadth you can achieve with more diverse people. Like I've also sexted with
this
plenty
is getting
of.
in. This is listen.
Let me
This
finish
is
here.
this is getting into. This is getting into. Yeah. Now, do I give credit to those who fucking get fucked past the paradigm of straight sex? Yes. Do I believe there is any sex is such a perfect example of where progress and it dies, right? There's no liberation, there's no transcendence, there's no progress. Like if this little princess likes getting dicked down by like a 5'4", 225 guy with a little dick, and to just not get any eye contact, not it's because kook pushed back. Interesting. So I guess where I'm trying to land the plane is that there's no because I believe and I care about the person that is fucking and getting fucked. I accept their subjective experience of good as much as anyone else's, even though it is, when I'm looking at it, is very boring. What do you think about that?
I can respect that. I think it can, again, for those people, be enjoyable. It can be a fulfilling experience. They can get off to it. But I think we do also have to acknowledge how it is from our perspective, because
True.
You and here I am. I'd say, is it fair to say I'm a top explorer? High up explorer?
High up. Yeah.
High up.
Sure.
Let's say high up. You're, of course, the guru himself. I think both of us have maybe won a little bit more from life. And that would include, I think, sex. And I think it is going to be much more powerful to explore a diverse set of things within the context of sex, and much more spiritually fulfilling, because these people may be getting their sexual desires fulfilled, but I don't think the simple sex is going to be nearly as spiritually fulfilling or exploratory as some really fucked up weird sex.
We are officially in the weeds now.
Yeah.
One thing I
wanted to say.
I want to take what you just said, and I want to paint a picture for the chat right now.
Okay.
Because some people are liking this. We got several known bisexuals in the chat that are really resonating with what's going on. I saw a couple lesbians too. I've just seen more bisexuals just at my glances over. Okay. But there are enough people watching right now that are probably like, what the hell is going on right now? Right? What the hell is going on? Now, there is a degree of complexity to what's going on. And what was I going to say? There's a degree of complexity of Amelia's experience. Obviously, right? Talking about getting hit by a car and busting, getting run over by a U-Haul truck, and this is sexual for her.
Mm-hmm. Lesbian first date.
Master Zulu, there we go.
And you get hit with it.
That's me. Master Zulu says, "Yeah, that's me. I don't get it. What are we talking about? What the fuck is going on?" Exactly. Now, we're in a layer of complexity that. Let me say this as a spiritual leader. We are in a layer of complexity that doesn't necessarily correlate with progress. Right now we're getting in the weeds of these various branches of exploration and straight people could do this too. But to what end? To what extent? In some ways, Amelia does have a leg up, because this is what hell looks like. This is what abandonment looks like. This is what the abyss looks like. The reason you don't see normal people talking like this is because, you know, people get normal people, right? Normal people find normal people, they fuck normal, and they live normal lives, et cetera, et cetera. Now, if they had a crisis where they were left behind, where they had a very, you know, a wavering sense of identity in various ways, you're going to relate to your body in a different way. If you're normal, if you want to go down this road, you can. And I have a whole program for straight people to fuck weird, like depressed gay people. I have a whole thing for them. But let it be known, you don't have to go this way. And it's easy to hear the adept complexity and competence of someone like Amelia and think, oh, this is progress. This is where we should go. And let me just go ahead and push back softly on that, because Amelia, you're very powerful, and you've earned your thoughts, feelings, and relationships with sexuality. But for the straights that are getting confused and a little afraid, don't worry. There is no progress. Relax that part of your brain, and then maybe honestly, you'll probably get hit by a truck and come more easily.
Yeah, it can just develop. I mean, I think even normal straight people, they have like one pet kink. They might even not know about it. And I think that's a valuable tool. I think there should be a lot more. I understand what you're saying, that is not a necessary route. But I think it's within all of us to a degree. It's just a matter of unlocking that, which I think is similar to unlocking more spiritual power.
Amelia, there is in what I feel what you're sharing a little bit, and you don't have to necessarily respond to this right now, but I want you to just kind of let it float around in your mind that we're getting really into the fine braiding of threads of progress and our own spiritual journey. I hear notes of progress in what you're sharing every now and again. Every now and again, I hear notes of progress. Now, it's an easy thing to do, especially when it would just feel so good to have some sort of progress. But that as far as exploration is concerned, you know, this siren song of progress, even in the throes and gnashing reality that you share with us, the siren song of progress can do untold damage to our journeys here. And I just want to brace you against that as you wrestle with this.
I understand. May I share an exemplary experience here related to all this? Now, I don't remember. Okay, wait. I don't remember shaming anyone's large boobs, but yes, I do prefer small boobs by a lot. I think they're much more powerful, much closer to the soul. That is 100% true. But the experience that I wanted to share was, there was this one time when I was sexting someone, and this was another transgender woman. And this was, you know, I've gotten gradually more and more kinky over time.
Sure. And
this was a time, maybe let's say the midpoint compared to now and when I first started getting kinky, let's say. And this person pulled out something that I was very much not ready for at the time. We were in the middle of doing a fairly standard sex session from my point of view. And then, I might have told the story before, and then they started showing me pictures of their butterfly knife and started detailing how they wanted to castrate me. And I felt very awkward about this. And I sort of ended the sex session, and, you know, as soon as I could, and I tried not to think about that again. And now I think I look back at that in retrospect, and I think that was a very powerful thing to be introduced. Even if I wasn't 100% ready for it, even if I backed out when it happened, I think that it was an important thing to put into my mind, an important thing to experience, and today I would totally be into it.
Cougar Pie with a communal vision Was this in person?
This one was not in person. I did say it was a sext. They had sent me pictures of this knife and detailed how they would like to come to me and castrate me.
Wow.
I think I would like this to be in real life next time.
I really celebrate this opportunity to get in the weeds with you, Amelia. You've been so generous and forthwith. You know, your robust mind and spirit once again feed us well tonight. And
I feel like it's rare we're able to get this deep into it, and so I'm very glad we have the opportunity to do so. And I'm glad that we have a bit of a contrast to the straight male horniness we often see on this show.
Right.
Especially during Women's Month.
Balancing it out. Powerful stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, the ups and downs tonight that you have seen, could you have, if I tried to tell you, before you saw it, that we would be feeling and experiencing this, the robust power from such a simple theme, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? You know, you could ask that at the question, or you could ask that question at the bank. Now, and it just be normal stuff. JP McNabb, brutal. What do you mean? Talk to me about that. But here we are amidst of the power of some extremely powerful explorers. Amelia, Michaela, Pepperoncini, Cougar Pie, XXV. I think that was it. Listen,
I think cardinal sins are very powerful, A-Fish. Would you agree, Leslie?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm not one of these modern atheist types that throws away the baby with the bathwater when it comes to sin. I don't. I mean, the majority of the work that I do with my gay patients is, as you know, some of you may know, the majority of our work centered around realizing that they're perverts living a sinful life and they've turned their back on God. And no amount of papering over that reality will change that simple fact. And you to see the power expressed through them after that work is tremendous.
I think the cardinal sins are a checklist of things to attempt to achieve during sex.
You sound like you climbed straight out of hell.
It feels like I do every day. But I'm not so much climbing out.
Namaste. Well, Amelia, listen, you gave us so much of your time tonight. I don't want to keep you any longer. Namaste to you. Guys, can we get some namastes in chat for Amelia's bountiful contribution tonight on Explorations? Bountiful. Namaste, Amelia.
I would like to implore any other women to call in and be horny. Be a little horny. Just as a treat. Too many, when a man calls in to be horny, call right after and be horny. We need to get this energy in here. It's Women's Month, as Kook was saying. We need to get the women in here.
Namaste. Beautiful. Couldn't have said it better myself. Blessings. Have a wonderful evening. If we don't talk to you before the Miku concert, have fun at the Miku concert.
Thank you. We'll talk. That's like a month and a half away.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. We'll talk to you soon.
Namaste.
Fun call. It's so easy to let those Amelia calls go long. Cougar Pie expressing good caller. Namaste. Tony G single bit, blessings to you. Namaste to you. Thank you so much for the single biddies all night tonight, Tony G. And we got time for one more caller before we call it a night. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Hey there, Guru. It's Wiki.
It's Wiki Riva. Namaste, Wiki. Oh, man. Our final caller is the one and only Wiki Riva. Namaste, brother. How are you tonight?
I'm having a great one, man. This yo, how you feeling? I'm feeling awesome.
Awesome. I love that. I love that. So we're getting right down to business. The theme, of course, tonight being how are you feeling? And brother is feeling awesome tonight. Why are you feeling awesome? What's going on over there in Wiki's world?
I'm just having this whole evergreen. It's just evergreen. It's like Gold Star upon Gold Star Day. And it's beautiful to hear all of this miserable people. I can get it. I understand. But man, this year has been evergreen. It's been like a green star, red star, Gold Star Day. It's crazy how good it can be sometimes. This morning I got up and I looked at my shampoo bottle. It was empty, but I squeezed enough out and I had to shampoo my hair a whole lather full of shampoo on top of there.
Holy freaking moly.
I was like, are you kidding me?
Quick communal vision.
Like this week.
Communal visions from Sociopathogen. How? I want to know who Wiki's how? I want to know who Wiki's feeling. That's from Sociopathogen. Any response?
Oh, I've been seeing this girl named Jody. Woo! What a wooker. What a wooker. What a cutie. She's such a feminine girl. She's like the cub. She's been so super sweet. When I get home, she want to take off my welded boots and she want to get me a beer.
Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. That sounds like a dream girl.
It's crazy. It's a crazy dream girl situation.
I love that. And so you got a little special sweetheart. Things are looking great. That shampoo story, I feel like, I think we've all been there, haven't we, folks in chat? We've all been there. When the shampoo runs out, we're convinced that it's out. We know that it's out. We forgot to stop at Walmart or Walgreens or something on the way home. But here we've got Wiki fully embodying the fortunate moment of having that little bit of extra shampoo. And have you ever, on the flip side of that, Wiki, have you ever been in a situation where you think there's enough shampoo and there's not enough shampoo?
Oh, that's happened. That's happened before.
Talk to me about that.
That's not a good feeling. When you got only half lather there going on your hair and it's kind of half dry, half wet. You're trying to get it all weathered up. It make you feel that down. Yeah, it make you feel kind of bad. Like, man, my hair ain't going to be white today.
What kind of shampoo do you use, Wiki?
Me? Oh, I just use whatever. I used to use this one shampoo called Aqua something. My girl got it for me. I got a hook. It's really nice lather on the hair. It keeps your scalp all not dry where you don't have dandruff. It's a special. I had to go pull it, look at the label, but it's a really good brand. And it just it's been these months, it's just been so great. I ain't hit a red light. It didn't seem like I hit a red light. I went to go do an errand today, and I went, as soon as I hit the button, ding, there's the elevator. And it's like everything lining up the perfect way. It's just so happy, you know what I mean? I'm going around. I go to the hot dogs. I got a whole bunch of them. I go to the restaurant. I'm the first one there. I'm the first to learn. I'm getting out picking and choosing. The universe just lines up sometimes. Well, you just, it's all green light. There ain't no red light. I don't know how it works out that way. I don't get it good.
Let good things be good. That's all I can say. Sometimes things are just good. And it's one thing that it's easy to forget about, Wiki. When a bad thing happens, it feels absurd, right? It catches us with our guard down. It sort of really tarnishes in a profound sense our sense of safety or our sense of control. And as absurd as those experiences are, that when it's good, it's just as absurd. And to allow yourself feel that absurdity. Why is it good? How long will this last? It feels fragile. I have no idea about anything going on. And this is where you find yourself, Wiki, in the midst of an absurdity. That it's just that it's all coming up Millhouse right now.
Evergreen, it's just ghost star day after ghost star day. I don't know. I mean, I know when you have a bad thing happen, our brain usually tend to go to that. Like if you ate in the restaurant 20 times and it was a great meal, you have one bad meal, you tend not to go back there for a while.
Right.
But you don't remember the 20 great meals you had there. I mean, it's like, oh, it's just that bad meal I had at that Crab Shack. I had a bad meal that night. I'm not going back there ever again. I think that's bullshit. You got to remember the 20 good meals you had there.
You don't give up, on something that you used to enjoy. Wow, that's some resilience. That's some Wiki. That's that trademark Wiki with resilience that we have, learned so much about over the years.
You keep going and going and going. It's so crazy. I don't know. Sometimes life just feels like a peach.
You're reminding me of a commercial back in the day. Do you remember that commercial, the Energizer Bunny?
Oh yeah, you just keep going and going.
Oh my God, yeah. I haven't thought about that commercial in so long. It's so funny.
And then you see all them other little robots break down.
Right. They like break down, but the bunny keeps going with his little, he's got like a little drum.
Yeah, Ghost Star Days for that bunny. The everlasting bunny.
I love that. Oh my gosh, what a trip down memory lane that was for me right now. Well, listen, Wiki.
So nice.
I know that was so nice, and your whole call has been so nice. I'm overjoyed to hear that. Given the currents of the universe working through and around you, that it was able to bring you some fortune, some pleasure, and some good tidings. And thank you for sharing that with us tonight. I can't thank you enough for that.
Oh yeah, it's been a really good time. I just want to let you know the program works. Now, if you're in a bad situation, the program working for you. You learning some universal lessons. I mean, you gotta let them play out. You gotta let them do what they do. So when you're having a good day, remember to try to enjoy those. Get those in your back pocket. Keep them.
Namaste. Well, Wiki. I feel like I got my claws in you, right? I got you on the phone. We don't always get a Wiki with a call, but I feel like I've got to make sure I get everything I want out of this one. But Wiki, in that spirit, given that the depth and breadth of your talent in the field of music as a band leader, record producer, composer, guitar player, etc., singer, I gotta ask. Sometimes I feel embarrassed when I ask, but I gotta ask. Wiki, could you share with us a little bit of musical treat? Do you got like a song you're working on or a cover that's been, you could do a cover of something that's been knocking on your head lately? I don't know. Do you got a little something that you can share with us before you go?
I sure could. We got a new one we've been working on, and it reminds me of how the phone call been tonight. And I'd like to do it for you guys. If that'd be okay. It's a cover song. Wiki Women, the Little Red Rocket Band.
Oh my God, I'm over the moon already. Guys, buckle up. This is something that you're gonna, if you guys haven't seen one of these, it's a very special treat. I wish we got it more often than we do, but I went ahead and paused the music. Wiki, the music's paused. The stream is yours. Take as much time as you need getting into it and just kind of go for it. I love this already.
How I do. This one goes out to chat, into the community, into the program. It goes a one, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. What rain? When you're a stranger, faces look ugly when you're alone. When it's when you're wanted, we are even. When you're down, when you're strained, boom, 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 faces come out in the rain. when you swing, boom, boom, boom. No one will remember your name. No, when you swing, don't, when you swing, don't, when you swing, don't. And that's the buzz. People are swaying.
Wow. That was and now that took me back. That took me back. I haven't heard that song in a minute. Wiki Weva, thank you so much for your very rich contribution and sharing your talents with us tonight.
Thank you, Guru. Ghost Days for all y'all. Let's have a good walk and roll. Good night. Namaste. I love you guys.
Namaste, Wiki.
I love y'all.
Love you too. Love you too, brother. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much. Where's Technology Wife for the single bit? TravCam it in that sub. Namaste to you, TravCam. Guys, beautiful stream tonight. We'll be back tomorrow evening. Yes?
And then after tomorrow evening, next Tuesday, we'll have a ladies' night. You could call in if you're a lady. You could call in if you're a man who wants to talk about ladies. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to do his makeup. Happy Ladies Month.
All right, all of that is unconfirmed. All of that. Affirmation for women. Stay in your goddamn lane. Sometimes it's good advice, all right? Namaste. All that stuff that Not Mish just shared is unconfirmed. The ladies' night next Tuesday, doing my makeup. I guess it's Women's Month. That was floated in production. We're still thinking about it. Namaste to you guys for being here. Namaste to my community of Devoted Light, my moderators, my producers. I got to add the new names to the community of Devoted Light. Namaste. If you don't see your name, it'll be up there soon. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new Explorations. Blessings and namaste to you. Let's take this on over to Sister Heidi Beat, friend of the program, explorer extraordinaire. She is a force on twitch.tv. That she doesn't have more followers, that she's not averaging several hundred people at once watching her every time she streams. I don't know why. So make sure you hit follow when you get over there. Very powerful young woman. Namaste. We'll be back tomorrow night. Explorations, normal time. I'll see you all very soon. Thank you to all the callers. And thank you to